This is Falco 202 portable ventilator. So starting with the connections. So in this side, here is the power cord connection and this is the on off switch. Then this is the O2 connection and here is the small port from where you can give low pressure O2 while shifting the patient. And this is the filter which you need to change every week. So this is the filter. This is the 12 volt DC power adapter. This you can connect while transferring your portable ventilator through ambulance or any other vehicle. So this is the inspiratory port, this is the expiratory port and this is the O2 sensor. And this port is for your nebulizer. So while doing self-test, you have to connect inspiratory and expiratory tubing and you have to block the tubing. So now on the ventilator, it will do self-test and all should get pass. So whenever you will on the ventilator, it will ask you whether to select new patient or continue with the previous patient. So for now I am selecting new patient. So here you can select patient category, that is newborn, child or adult, and then the patient demographics can be filled over here. Once done, press OK. Then here patient details will come over here. So from here you can select the modes. So these are the modes available in this portable ventilator. So NIV APCV is your non-invasive assist pressure control ventilation. If you do not enable the NIV mode, it can be used as invasive assist pressure control ventilation. Then this is your assist pressure control ventilation with tidal volume guaranteed. This is same as non-invasive pressure support ventilation, and if you do not enable the NIV, then it will act as invasive pressure support ventilation. Then this is pressure support ventilation with tidal volume guaranteed. This is volume control mode. This is SIMV volume control and this is SIMV pressure control. This is pure CPAP mode and this is airway pressure release ventilation. So now once you select the mode, so this mode is activated, so it will be on the top of the screen. And then accordingly I can set the parameters. Now if I want to set the VTI, so this bar will come, so increase, decrease, once set, accept. This parameter can also be set from this rotary knob. Increase, decrease, then acknowledge. So accordingly all parameters can be set. These parameters you set and these are the parameters which are getting from the patient side. Then this is to start the ventilation. So once ventilation started, waveforms will appear on the screen. So here are some extra settings which can be done. So in the settings, display settings can be done, that is brightness and sound volume can be adjusted. Then in this patient data, the same details where patient demographics can be saved. Okay. Then date and time, language, erased trends or patient data can be deleted from here. In other, you can see this NIV enable. If this is not enabled, then in modes, non-invasive modes cannot be seen. If it is enabled, then only non-invasive modes can be seen in the modes bar. Okay. Settings saved? Yes. Now, so from here you can set the alarms upper limit and lower limit. So you can increase or decrease from these arrow keys or also from the rotary knob. Once set, OK. Accordingly, upper and lower limit of this particular parameters can be set. Once done, OK, and then yes. You can also set the upper and lower limit from here. If you want particular this parameter, then this pink color will be on that particular parameter. If the upper and lower limit, for example, if this O2 is having the upper limit as 80 and lower limit as 21. Now while setting here, maximum up till 80 only you can set and minimum 21. So for that, if you want 100% O2 or 90% O2, you need to first change the upper and lower limit till, if I want 90%, then I have set 90, OK, yes, and then now I can set my O2 as 90. So now this is the layout of the screen in which pressure, flow and volume waveform is seen. If you want to change the layout of the screen, press here. Now here you can see the pressure and flow waveform and the loops, spirometry loops. Here you can see the pressure versus flow loop and here pressure versus volume. Then third is here pressure waveform, the loops and the inspiratory and expiratory graphics and the reading. So here you can see when it is in yellow, inspiration will be from the machine, then expiratory it is of white color, and when it is in orange color, that is patient triggered breath. So next layout is spirometry loops, graphics and the numbers. Now here you can note one thing, that the readings related to the pressure are in the same color. This is in yellow color, this is yellow color. Then the readings related to the flow are of same color, blue, blue. And the readings related to the volume are in same color, orange, orange. So now this is for your trends, the waveforms which will be having trends, that waveforms can be displayed over here. And the last is the alarm events. How to put the ventilator in standby mode or to stop the ventilation, just press on this, ventilation will be stopped, yes. So this is the inspiratory hold. If you want to give manually inspiration hold, press on this, it will be in orange color. For 5 seconds inspiratory hold will go, again stop, it will be stopped. Same for expiratory hold, press, stop. And this is for 100% O2. This is required while doing suctioning. And this is nebulizer. If you want to start the nebulizer, start it. Once stopped, then this is for manual single breath. If manual single breath is needed, that time this function will be used. This is to lock the screen, lock, disable the screen lock, OK, or press escape. Here waveforms can be freezed. To deactivate, press again. Here you can see the battery status. Here two drop down arrows are there. In this, if you want to see the patient data more, so it can be seen over here. Same for this and same here also. This portion is for the alarms. This is to start the ventilation. This button is to escape when the screen is in lock state, and this is the alarm acknowledgement button. This is the portable ventilator, so it is very important for the staff to know how to remove this ventilator and put it back. So for removing, make this loose and remove fully, then pull it up. For putting it back, you have to match this and